Hello, and welcome back to English Podcast Academy, where we help English learners improve their listening and comprehension skills through thought-provoking stories and discussions. I'm Becca, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Ron and Jessica.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys. Today's story explores family dynamics and the challenges of planning vacations with stepchildren. After I read the story, we'll dig into who's at fault, who should apologize, and whether there was a better way to handle this situation. So here we go with the story. Am I wrong for planning a Disney trip without my stepdaughter and leaving her with her father? Lisa and her husband Tom, both 41 years old, have been married for 8 years, and together they navigate a blended family of 4 kids. Lisa has a son, Ethan, who is 14 from a previous relationship. Tom has 2 daughters, Emma, 16, and Lily, 10, from his first marriage. Lisa and Tom also have a young daughter together, Chloe, 6 years old. They live in a bustling suburban neighborhood with a close-knit group of friends, and they share a golden retriever, Max, who is everyone's favorite companion. Backstory on Emma and the family dynamics. Emma, Tom's oldest daughter, has always been independent and outspoken. Since the beginning, she struggled with her parents' divorce and Tom's remarriage. Her loyalty to her mother, Caroline, remains strong, and she often distances herself from family activities that feel too blended. Emma has a hard time when everyone in the family is enjoying the same things, as it reminds her of the family life she no longer has with her mom and dad. This issue is evident during family trips and outings. Whenever the whole family shows enthusiasm, Emma instinctively pulls back, criticizing the experience or shutting down altogether. Lisa and Tom have tried many strategies to make Emma feel included. Lisa has arranged several one-on-one outings with Emma, like shopping trips, movie nights, and special girl days. But every time Lisa has tried to make an effort, Emma has responded indifferently or acted as though Lisa was overstepping. They've even consulted a family counselor who suggested giving Emma some decision-making power in family activities. But when Emma sees her step-siblings excited, she withdraws again. For a while, Lisa's nephew Jake, who's 12, has been dealing with a battle against leukemia. He's always been close to Lisa and her kids, and his dream has been to go to Disney World with them. Lisa and her sister promised Jake they'd take him when he was strong enough, and now, after a tough year of treatments, he's finally well enough to go. When Lisa brought up the Disney trip, the kids were thrilled. Chloe couldn't wait to see the princesses, Lily was excited about the rides, and Ethan looked forward to exploring with Jake. But Emma immediately dismissed the trip, saying, "Disney's for little kids." Tom, aware of Emma's usual pattern, suggested Lisa ask her a few more times to be sure. Each time, Emma reiterated that she thought the trip was lame and overrated, and Tom finally said he'd stay back with her, allowing Lisa and the others to go without her. As Lisa made plans, Tom began to worry. He reminded Lisa that sometimes Emma regrets her decisions. Last summer, they'd gone on a camping trip that Emma initially refused but ended up loving. Tom feels Emma might actually enjoy Disney World, especially since it's such a major trip. He worries that leaving her behind might lead to resentment. Lisa, however, has some reservations of her own. She fears Emma's presence might bring negativity to an already emotional trip, especially since Jake's health makes it a special occasion. When Lisa explained this to Tom, he agreed it was worth considering but still felt torn. They both know Emma's personality, but they also don't want her to feel excluded. Lisa and Tom's conversation took a turn when they discussed how this might impact Emma's relationship with her siblings. Lisa worries that Emma's continual refusal to join in creates a divide that she may one day regret. Tom argues that, as parents, they should encourage her to be part of family memories, even if she resists initially. This Disney trip is a rare opportunity for everyone to come together, and he fears that Emma may feel hurt or left out once it's over. Lisa reminded him, though, of their promise to Jake, who's been through so much. She feels a responsibility to ensure that the trip is a positive experience for him. While she knows Emma's feelings matter, she also believes it's important to balance Emma's needs with those of the rest of the family. When the final decision was made, Lisa told Emma she'd be staying back with her dad. Emma was dismissive at first, but later appeared distant, barely speaking to Lisa. Tom says it's just her way, but Lisa can't shake the feeling that Emma's hurt. Her decision isn't just about the trip. It's a culmination of years of family dynamics, loyalties, and a young girl's struggle to find her place.
Wow, Becca, there's a lot to unpack here. Emma's behavior makes a bit more sense now that we know her backstory. Being in a blended family at her age, especially with her strong loyalty to her mom, must make it tough for her to feel fully at home with Lisa and the others.
Absolutely, Ron. It sounds like Emma is in that difficult teenage phase where every decision feels loaded. She probably doesn't want to feel like she's betraying her mom by joining in with Lisa's plans. But I do wonder, could Lisa have done more to include her? Maybe reminding Emma why they were going on this trip or explaining how much it means to Jake.
That's a good point, Jessica. But I feel for Lisa, too. She's done a lot to reach out to Emma. At some point, she has to prioritize the others in her family, especially considering Jake's situation. It's a delicate balance between supporting her stepdaughter and making sure Jake's experience isn't affected by Emma's negativity.
Totally. I had a similar situation in my family when my cousin, who was always difficult, would refuse to join family gatherings. We'd invite him over and over, but he'd still refuse. Eventually, we had to start planning things without him. But it didn't mean we stopped caring about him. It was just impossible to keep the entire family on hold for one person.
Exactly, Ron. But I think Tom has a point too. Leaving Emma out could lead to resentment, especially if she feels like she's being pushed aside in favor of Jake or the other siblings. I wonder if they could have planned a smaller family activity just for Emma later to show her she's still included.
That's a thoughtful idea, Jessica. Maybe if they do something special with Emma afterward, it could help her feel more valued. At the same time, I'm not sure it's fair to ask the whole family to tiptoe around Emma's resistance. I wonder if Emma could benefit from some counseling to help her manage these feelings. Let's open this up to our listeners. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Here are some questions to think about and share in the comments. Do you think Lisa should have insisted Emma come along, even if she didn't want to? Or was it fair to take her at her word? Should parents encourage kids to participate in family events, even if they're reluctant, to avoid feelings of exclusion? If you were in Lisa's shoes, would you have gone forward with the trip or changed your plans for Emma?
And here's a question for those of you in blended families. What strategies have you found to help everyone feel included? Do you think it's possible to make everyone happy, or do you have to compromise sometimes?
And one more. If you were Emma, how would you feel about missing out on a major trip like Disney? Do you think she'll regret it, or is it better for her to stay back if she wasn't interested to begin with?
Thanks for listening to this episode of English Podcast Academy. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and stories in the comments. We'll be back next time with more stories and discussions on family, relationships, and everything in between. See you then.